You know when you get that itch to see even more live theatre in 1 year? No? Just us? Well, there's only one place on this planet that keeps calling. Hello? What's that? Broadway? Okay, if we must. But first... let's start this month off with another show. We are going to see Shirley Valentine starring Australia's Natalie Batsingthwaite. I can never say her name. Shush. I'm trying to make a vlog here, aren't I? Now, not only this month are we seeing this show, but later on in the month we're going to go and see Kylie, which is exciting. And we're also trying to plan how we can get to New York again this year. We haven't told anyone yet, so you're first to know. But let's go and see this show, and then we will talk about all those other things. Let's go.
I'm excited. It's such a small stage.
I know. I think this is the first time we've been this close at the Athenaeum before. We're always so far back.
Usually right.
Yeah. It's falling apart though, this theatre, ain't it?
Sure is. Pretty old.
Pretty old. At least we're using it. I'm looking forward to this. I know nothing about it. So it should be good.
Same.
So we'll tell you what it's like at the end, okay? Let's do it. But now we can't go this way. Natalie Batsingthwaite is amazing in that.
Magic.
I don't know how someone can learn so many lines, but she blew it away. Her acting, the story was lovely.
Of course, yeah. Just the accent's so cool.
The accents are amazing too. So yeah, that was good. We have so many talented people. I'm glad we saw that. Thank you. Safe driving. Still thinking about the show. I really like that.
It's good.
We need to work out how we can see more shows though.
Well, you know what? We could go back to New York this year.
I know, we've been saying this, but we need to make it happen somehow. Our friends, Kylie and Lance, are going on this big US trip, and they have asked people whether they want to come along for parts of it. And of course they're going to New York, and we have to...
Well, we have to show them New York.
We absolutely have to show them New York.
Show them our New York.
Yes, because we've been 6 times now, and this will be the 7th. So it's our destination, isn't it?
Sure
we
is.
go and see shows every time we're there, and not just a couple. We should see shows every night and every matinee we can. So we're sort of thinking we might go for sort of 10 days, which will probably equal about 13 shows or something like that. So we need to make it happen somehow. Manifesting, baby, manifesting.
Well, if anyone wants to sponsor us.
Yes. Who wants to buy us a lot of coffees? Well, I think I need to sleep on this, and we will work out how we're going to get there maybe tomorrow. Just going to have good dreams tonight. Good night. And another glorious summer morning. It is summer? Yeah, it's still summer. It's so funny, wrong way. Weirdo. So, we spent last night having a bit of a chat, and we really want to make this New York trip a possibility. It will be our 7th time.
Yes.
going to New York because we love it so much. You already know how much we love theater shows, and we want to see more because there's some amazing shows opening or have just opened. But what that means is we need to budget. Yay!
I don't like budgets.
I don't like budgets, and we also have already spent a whole bunch of money on Kylie tickets, which you saw in a members vlog last year, and we've already spent on accommodation because we're seeing Kylie in Melbourne and in Sydney. So 2 shows in Melbourne, 2 shows in Sydney, and we've decided we have to scale back our Sydney accommodation. Where were we staying?
We were staying at Crown Sydney, which we love.
Yeah.
Beautiful premier suite.
It looked amazing. But what are we doing now? We're doing
an Airbnb,
Yeah.
actually right next to the stadium. So
which I think would be good, won't it?
yeah, it'd be good. It's nothing fancy, but it's going to be nice enough,
Yeah.
and it's going to be all ours. And the fact that it's right next to the stadium, which means we're not going to have to catch Ubers.
That's right, because last time we were there, we saw Madonna's Rebel Heart tour, and it was impossible to get back into Sydney City. It was so
We actually
hard.
ended up like almost what's that word? Chucking almost. We actually had we ran into people that said, "Oh, we'll drive you home,"
Yes.
which was a bit weird. So,
They did though.
They did.
And we're still here to
And
tell
we're
the
still
tale.
alive, yes.
So that has saved us already about $1,500, which is insane. We have everything set up down here to start putting spreadsheets together. I love spreadsheets. And seeing where all our money is and how we can get to New York. So let's get going.
Let's do it.
Where's our joint folder? We have too many folders. Too many folders. Oh, I'm in it. Where did you put it?
Where are we going?
Oh, you put it as called America.
No,
Oh, well then.
we're going to New York City.
So that's under in, is it? New York City 2025. Flights, maybe we should look at flights and seeing what we can do there. Because it's not as cheap as it used to be.
Because that's $3 sucks. $16,793 for business class.
Woo, we can do that. High five. Not.
You know, all these people that you see on TikTok that go, "I bought my business class airfares for $700."
Yeah, where did they fly from too?
Exactly.
We're sort of looking at where, if we do go up on the Tuesday, we also land on the Tuesday, which means that we can see shows on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes.
Oh, and another Wednesday.
And Wednesday, yes.
That's 13 shows we potentially could see.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
So guys,
we may not be able to see that many shows.
does anyone want to buy a husband? I've got one for sale.
But that might mean that we do, because we do need to conserve money, whether we do shorten the one end or the other. Because if we leave, for instance, this is the conundrum, if we leave on the Saturday the 10th of October, is that the right day?
So the 11th.
Oh, Saturday the 11th actually. We will land in on Melbourne on the 13th, which is the Monday, and I'll be back at work, and you'll be back at work on the Tuesday.
That's right. You don't work hard anyway.
I don't. No, I do.
Yes, you do.
I make these vlogs for you, and by then I'll be like this insane, international renowned vlogger who's making so much money on YouTube.
Yeah.
I've almost made $100. It's only taken 4 months. So while Chris is doing that, the shows that I've listed in my list here are Death Becomes Her. That's if they're showing still, but Death Becomes Her, Smash, maybe Happy Ending, The Outsiders, Redwood, like to see Sunset Boulevard, Great Gatsby, because that plays on a Monday, which would be good, that's helpful. They're the major ones. I had a feeling there was something else, and I can't think of it right now. Maybe the play O'Mary, Hell's Kitchen, because that's playing. And think that pretty much fills most of our days. If there might be a show at 54 Below, but we're a bit early for that.
Yeah, I'm still on Webjet at the moment, but I'm going to look at a couple of different websites.
So why don't we go to Webjet first?
Well, it just compares all the different airlines together, so rather than having to go to different airlines, and I know it's sort of the wrong thing to do because I'm using Webjet's resources, but usually once we find a flight, then we go directly to the airline of choice. Oh, so we can fly with Qantas for $1,698.
Is that with no bags or no nothing? That's really good. Why is that so cheap?
Have a look and see what that is.
Because we will book them now.
So it's flying into LaGuardia. Melbourne to New York via Dallas.
How big is the stop in the middle?
2 hour stopover.
Okay.
On the way back, we can go New York to Melbourne via Dallas with a 23-hour stopover in Dallas.
No. We normally like to fly into Newark Airport now. We found that it's nicer, friendlier, and quicker.
Yes.
And to the point where you sort of walk through and go, we're outside. What do you mean we're outside? It's like, what happened to like security and stuff? It's amazing.
1,600 for both ways.
You're not going to get both ways of that.
That's what we did. That's what it was.
Really?
Cool.
So, October 1st to the 10th, is it?
1st to the 10th, yep. 1698.
So, first 1 night, 2 nights.
It is
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. So 9 nights. Oh, Tim Tams are so addictive. And the accommodation we like to stay at for the last few times, we've just found our place, is the Intercontinental near Times Square, New York. It feels a bit more high-end, but at the same time the prices are a little bit mid-range.
Yep.
So
great location as well. It's on 44th Street, so
yeah,
it's really handy. Subway's right next door. Shake Shack's right next door.
Underneath. Shake Shack is literally underneath. And what is it? Cane's.
Cane's
Is just down the road from there too, which is now our favourite place to eat. Not the healthiest place to eat.
Yummy.
But the good thing is we won't have to buy one meal now.
That's true.
And
That's true.
You can have one chicken tender and a chip or two, and I can have the rest. I reckon that will balance out quite well, actually.
As long as we pay for that one chicken tender versus the 4 chicken tenders that you're going to eat.
Ah, it's not a
Split
joint
cost.
effort. It's not a joint effort.
No.
No. No.
I'm going to pay for my 10%.
Oh, brutal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford this trip, guys. I'm sorry. So pretty much once we've done all this budgeting, we need to work out where all this money's coming from and cry a little.
Very much.
Well, before we work out where all this money's come from, we buy our plane tickets and then we try to work out where all the money's coming from so we can't back out of it. So we think we're going to go ahead with this as long as we can get the flights through Webjet, which is what we're going to do now. And we're going to use our private health insurance for vouchers because that is 4% off. That will save us $138 in total. So that's pretty big, I would say. In 241 days, everybody!
Yeah.
Everybody! Dishwasher!
Wall.
Rock. That's a gag from last night, people. From the show. It was funny. Exciting. Give us a high five. Yay!
BLS.
Woo! They need a passport.
Yes.
And we need Esther's.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm heading upstairs to grab a Taylor Swift vinyl, which will now go up for a sale. So when Kylie tickets went on sale, we sold a whole bunch of our rare Taylor Swift Record Store Day vinyls. We only paid normal price for those, and now they're in the hundreds. So we sold 5, and we sold 4 of them for $5,000 in total. And now we've just got this one last one, which is Taylor Swift Speak Now, which I think I should get about at least $700 for it. So I am going to take photos of it, put it up on eBay, and that will also go to the US trip.
Done.
Well, in some great news, I have sold that Taylor Swift vinyl for $900 on Marketplace, which is even better because I didn't have to sell it on eBay and lose about 13% in fees. So I'm just going to the post office now and gonna make some money. And done. Woohoo!
Yay! We're officially going to Broadway, baby! We're flying from Melbourne, Australia with a 2-hour layover and customs clearance in Dallas before heading to New York City, where at this stage we have no accommodation booked. Oh well, as long as we're seeing shows, potentially 11 of them, and eating at Cane's, chicken tenders. Oh, and then 9 nights later, we'll be heading back to Melbourne via Auckland, New Zealand, with a lovely little 7-hour layover. Oh, a small price to pay for these awesome airfares. Now, according to my highly scientific GVB maths, return flights for two, $3,396. Subtract 4% in vouchers, boom, $3,258. Sell a Taylor Swift vinyl, bam, down to $2,398. Skip luxury accommodation at Crown Sydney, another $1,500 saved. Final cost $858 Australian. Honestly, at this point, we're practically making money. Shh, I'm sticking with that logic. Come join us on the journey. Subscribe, leave a comment. Got any recommendations? We'd love to hear them. And if you want even more behind the scenes fun, you can become a VIP member for exclusive members only videos. Till next time, love ya, mwah!